Death stalks the young in Afghanistan, and it's a constant battle to keep them alive. It's a fight few win. The odds are very much against Suleiman surviving. Both his older two siblings have already died of hunger. The doctors are struggling to stop Suleiman becoming another victim. There are shockingly high numbers of baby deaths here, sometimes half a dozen a day.
The high level of deaths, I think they pour up to 6 deaths per day. It could be sometimes, but not every day.
In every bed in Afghanistan's largest paediatric hospital, there are multiple critical cases, many infectious. These are upsetting images. Just one little girl in a room full of sick children the doctors are desperately trying to save, and her mother's willing her little one to live. The 3-year-old has an infection and high fever. But they have a shortage of medicines, and the doctors are grappling to stop her convulsions. Her mother is distraught. There are so many in need here, and little Safa is just one of them. Swinging cuts in international aid and the Taliban's pariah status has hit the most vulnerable worst.
Most of the diseases, 40 to 50% of the diseases are preventable.
Healthcare is one of the few sectors where Afghan women can still work. They're trying to save Suma's life. Women fighting to protect the young women of the future. But what future lies ahead for them? Suma spent her whole life battling, all 10 months of it. But shortly after our filming, the doctors could do no more for her. Under the Taliban rules right now, all the baby girls, if they survive, will never be doctors or nurses because of the current ban on girls learning beyond 12 years old and going to university. We've spent 3 weeks travelling around Afghanistan talking to ordinary people living under Taliban rules. The Taliban are building roads and routes to remote areas. Afghanistan's a country of staggering natural beauty, and after decades of war, there's much better security. Most of the poppy fields which produced much of the world's heroin have been replaced by other crops. But the Taliban's edicts have also changed every aspect of an Afghan woman's life, stripping them of the right to decide what to wear, banning them from most work and excluding them from public spaces. The UN calls it gender apartheid. That's having a knock-on effect, particularly on female healthcare. Many women in the villages won't even talk to a man they're not related to, never mind seek medical help from one. The women tell me they have to do what their husbands decide. If he won't allow me to see a male doctor and there's no female doctor, I have to stay at home, she tells me. The woman next to her says they all worry about dying in childbirth or their babies not surviving. Have you lost any babies?
5 children. Yeah.
You lost 5 children giving birth?
Yeah. One of them was a boy and one girls.
Gynecologists like Dr. Roshanan Wardak are increasingly rare. She warns the ban on female education is disastrous.
If there is no doctor, no nurse, no midwife, who will help them? The male? Their family will not allow the ladies to go and deliver their babies with a man doctor.
So what do you expect will happen?
Catastrophe.
The Taliban rules have led to male-only parks and fairgrounds where men can play and take their children too, but not the youngsters' mothers. Criticising any Taliban rules is also forbidden. So is sport banned for girls and women. The Taliban regime has issued more than 800 edicts in the past 5 years, with at least 100 focused on what women can and cannot do. I'm given special status as a foreign female journalist.
Why should women be outside? They should stay at home. That's what the Prophet of Allah says.
They tell me to talk to the Taliban's Ministry of Vice and Virtue, who declined our requests for interview. The men are clearly uncomfortable and get up and leave. A few women have set up female-only sewing businesses, run mostly from their homes, out of sight of men. A former human rights lawyer, unable to practice the profession she's qualified in, now manages this shop selling the clothes.
My supporter is my husband. He's a lot kind man, and also with my ring jewelry.
You sold your jewellery?
Yes, yes.
Everyone we spoke to appeared fearful of repercussions if caught questioning the Taliban rules. But women are going to extraordinary lengths to continue their education, like this student, studying online to be a radiologist.
When the Taliban came to Afghanistan, the security is so good, and we don't hear the explosions, war, the explosion, the fight. This is the best good point of the Taliban, and the other is not good. Like don't permission to the girls to go to outside, to work, to continue their education. This is the bad point of Taliban.
The Taliban regime has shut down all the shelters for abused women. We visited one a few years ago, run by Mahbouba Siraj, nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize for her work. Now she's preparing to leave Afghanistan for good.
I wanted to die, literally. I really couldn't get out of bed. Couldn't.
Yeah. When I talk to any Taliban official, they tell me continually they respect women.
Yeah.
That this is the culture.
Yeah.
That this is the Afghan way.
No, I'm sorry. The Taliban are going to hear it and I'm going to say no. This is not the culture. That's not the Afghan way. No. You don't respect. If you tell a woman that she wants to go and study and learn something, you tell her no, you cannot do that. This is not respect. If there is a mother who doesn't have a husband and has her kids and she needs a job and she needs to work and she can work, you tell her no, don't, because you're a woman. So your kids should die, but you cannot go and work. If this is respect, we don't need that respect.
The new all-male world created by the Taliban has led the UN to call Afghanistan the worst place in the world to be female. Many women are distraught about the future. Most are too scared to be filmed. This one was brave enough to go on camera, her identity hidden and voice distorted.
Me and millions of other women, hundreds of them, thousands of them, we had all these opportunities. So now that we once experienced that and we lost it, and we lost it in a way that somebody takes that from us with force and put all of us inside our house and made our houses like a jail. So how that can be filled? So of course I'm sure that it's not me who is crying right now, shedding tears. It's a picture of hundreds and thousands of other women that they are crying in silence and nobody is listening to them. Nobody is caring about them.
These are younger versions of Mariam, most of them in their last year of official schooling, and they're desperate to learn.
This is my cousin Wali.
They still have big dreams. I want to be a doctor, she tells us. Like many of her classmates. In this whole area, there are no doctors, she goes on, and I want to help the people. But the reality for Afghan girls is very different. Unless there are some radical changes in Taliban policy, their dreams of careers and jobs and ambitious futures are unlikely to come to anything.